Mahaprabhu, when he came to this Kurma Kshetra, there also, in keeping with his custom, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu stayed in a, there one Kurma Brahmana was there. His name was Kurma Brahmana. He stayed in his home. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu stayed there for a few days, 1 or 2 days. I don't exactly know how many days he stayed. For a little while he stayed there. Then after that one day, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu left. He was continuing his pilgrimage. At that time, in that Kurma Kshetra, there was another person by the name Vasudeva. He had, due to some reason, he had got leprosy. And his whole body was affected by leprosy. His fingers were all eaten away. His nose was eaten away. You know how leprosy patients are. Their whole features, they become deformed. He's completely deformed. Over and above that, he had sores all over his body, in which each sore, there would be some worm sitting inside. And his whole body would be stinking. Nobody would go near him. And he would sit somewhere and keep begging, and that's how he used to live. This Vasudeva, although his bodily condition was like that, he was a great devotee of Lord Vishnu. And he happened to hear that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has come to Kurma Kshetra and he is staying in the house of Kurma Brahmana. So with great desire to have darshan of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, this Vasudeva, this leper, he came to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's, to that Kurma Brahmana's house to have darshan of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But by the time he had reached, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had already left. And so this Vasudeva was inconsolable. He broke down, crying, weeping. Oh, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came. How unfortunate I am. I could not have his darshan. And while he was lamenting and crying like this, suddenly Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came back. Because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wanted to bestow his kripa on Vasudeva. And what did Chaitanya Mahaprabhu do? When he saw Vasudeva, knowing that he is such a great devotee, he picked him up and he embraced him. And Vasudeva got shocked. He said, oh my Lord, my body is not worthy for you to touch. Please don't touch me. Because I am a leper. And leprosy is a contagious disease. That's why even today, the government, if they find lepers anywhere, they will catch them and put them in this leprosy home. Kushta, this one. I don't know what they call that. The leprosy hospitals are there. They put them there. They keep them there. And there are very strict protocols to be observed in treating them. The plate in which they eat should not be shared with anybody else. It cannot be touched by anyone else. Even to that extent, we have to maintain distance. It's natural that nobody will want to touch a leper patient because it's a contagious disease. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu picked up Vasudeva and he embraced him. And Vasudeva was shocked. Oh my Lord, please don't do this. But the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, because he is the Supreme Lord, he is not bound by any law like that. He did not consider his bodily condition, that his body was stinking, it's full of insects, worms coming out of his body. His body is all deformed. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did not see all that. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu saw his heart. Bhavagrahi Janardana. He saw his bhava and he picked him up and embraced him. And the moment Chaitanya Mahaprabhu embraced him, what happened? Magic happened. Miracle happened. Suddenly, Vasudeva's body got transformed. All the sores in his body suddenly got healed. His hands suddenly became normal. His face again became beautiful. And his whole body became effulgent. Dhanyam Naumi Chaitanyam Vasudevam Dayardradhi Nashta Kushtam Rupa Pushtam Bhakti Tushtam Chakarayaha. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is glorified for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Dhanyam Naumi Chaitanyam, the most all auspicious Chaitanya, I offer my obeisances to him. Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami Maharaj is saying. Why? Because Vasudevam Dayardradhi. Out of great compassion, this Chaitanya Mahaprabhu displayed immense compassion towards the Vasudeva leper. And how did he exhibit his compassion? Nashta Kushtam, his Kushta Roga, his leprosy was destroyed. Rupa Pushtam, his whole bodily, Vasudeva's whole bodily beauty was restored. And Bhakti Tushtam, he made Vasudeva completely satisfied in bhakti. Vasudeva was crying, he was lamenting that I could not have Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's darshan. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, beyond his expectation, Vasudeva only wanted to have darshan of Krishna, of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu not only gave him darshan, he also picked him up and embraced him with his own arms. Bhakti tushtam, he satisfied him beyond what he desired in bhakti. Bhakti tushtam chakaraya. And this was Chaitanya, this kind of all compassionate Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, we surrender unto him, we offer our obeisances. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, you see, he is so compassionate. Is it possible that any leprosy patient you pick up and again you become completely, make him normal? It is not possible. It is totally against the laws of material nature. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did it. Just 1 second, no treatment, no medicine, no vaccine, nothing. Immediately on the spot cured, he restored, all his beauty restored, all the complete, his bodily, whatever sores were there, all the worms are finished, vanished. He is completely back to normal within a second of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's touching him. This is against the laws of material nature. The Lord Krishna can work in such a way that he can do things which are completely against the laws of material nature. Why? Because he is the supreme master. Like we discussed in the previous verse, he is Tripath. He is the enjoyer of all the sacrifices. Bhoktaram Yajna Tapasam Sarva Loka Maheshwaram. He is the proprietor of all the universes. Being the proprietor, he decides how this material world has to run. Just like if anybody is a proprietor of his own firm, if any person is there, or you yourself or somebody whom you know is a proprietor of a company. Now, how the company should run, the procurement policy, the HR policy, the recruitment policies, the wages, whatever is, all the way the company has to run is decided by whom? It is the owner of the company who decides. He decides, I want to fix, this is the wage I want to pay for my workers. This is the HR policy that I'll have for my company. This is the procurement policy I'll have for my company. This is the way my accounting policy will be. These are my chart of accounts. This is the software I will use. He decides everything. How his company has to run is decided by the owner. Similarly, Sarva Loka Maheshwaram, Krishna is the owner of all the universes. How the universes have to run, which policies have to work in them, which principles have to be followed, what are the laws, what is the law of gravitation, what is the law of thermodynamics, what is the law of every single law that has to work, that in this material world is decided by the Supreme Lord Krishna, because he is the proprietor. And therefore, if the owner of the company wants, all the employees in the company have to follow all the rules. They cannot bypass the rules. If they bypass the rules, they will get penalized. They will get thrown out of the company. But if the company owner wants, the owner walks into the office one day and suddenly he says something which is not as per practice. Now will the accountant come and tell, sir, as per the laws of this company, we cannot do this. Can he tell? He will lose his job. The moment owner has said something, that is the law. He has to follow that. That's all. Similarly, that's a crude example to understand. Krishna being the proprietor, when he desires that something has to happen, although it may be against the established laws of material nature, immediately all the laws will align themselves and they will perform their functions in such a way that Krishna's desire is fulfilled. Krishna is beyond the laws of material nature. Therefore, we can accept only a person who can do such wonderful activities which are beyond the laws of material nature. Only such a person we can accept as the Supreme Lord.